Paul Vigna, The Age of Cryptocurrency, How Bitcoin and the Blockchain Are Challenging the Global Economic Order. Prepare to delve into the fascinating and complex world of cryptocurrency as we highlight themes and insights from The Age of Cryptocurrency, How Bitcoin and the Blockchain Are Challenging the Global Economic Order. This book explores the origins and functions of Bitcoin and its underlying technology, the blockchain. Readers will get an overview of how Bitcoin works as a global currency, offering anonymity and decentralization from traditional banking systems. Additionally, the summary covers the role of Bitcoin mining, how it empowers people in developing countries, and its potential risks and drawbacks.
The value of money. Money's value relies on shared agreement and trust in a controlled supply. What gives money its value? It's not the pieces of paper in your wallet, but instead, the shared agreement that it serves as a medium of exchange. In the early days of currency, gold and silver coins held intrinsic value, but their worth ultimately depended on the people's agreement to use them as money. Cultures don't always value the same things, as seen in the Micronesian island of Yap's use of stone wheels as currency. As long as the Yapese agreed on the ownership of these stones as a means to settle debts, the system worked. For a society to have a controlled supply of currency, there must be trust in its value. If anyone could create new money, its worth would diminish, leading to hyperinflation, as seen in Germany's Weimar Republic. The Republic printed more bills to pay off their debt, ultimately causing the collapse of the economy. This experience serves as a cautionary tale that highlights the importance of a shared agreement in the value of money and the need for a controlled supply. The rise of Bitcoin currency. Bitcoin's increasing popularity as a viable currency is due to the trust that people have in it. Despite not having a central bank, it functions as money since people accept it as a form of payment. The growing acceptance is reflected in its rising price, which saw a significant increase in the first 3 months of 2013. The fact that individuals can purchase tangible goods further validates its status as money. The story of Laszlo Hanyecz, who used 10,000 bitcoins to purchase pizza when no one was accepting it, shows how it has become a unit of exchange over time. Bitcoin's unique feature of being mined prevents it from spiraling out of control. Overall, Bitcoin has already proven itself as a viable currency in the eyes of its increasing supporters, despite not being a physical currency that people can see or touch. Bitcoin mining and blockchain technology. Bitcoin is an internet currency that is created through the process of mining. Instead of using pickaxes, it's mined using computers solving complex mathematical problems. Miners are rewarded with Bitcoin in return for the computations they perform. The faster the computer, the better the chances of being rewarded. The process halts once 21 million bitcoins are released, which is expected to happen in 2040. Transactions are recorded on a public ledger called the blockchain, which logs all transactions ever made in the network. Each Bitcoin owner has a unique encrypted number assigned to them, helping to keep track of who is who. Bitcoin, the middleman slayer. Learn how Bitcoin eliminates the middleman in financial transactions, making them cheaper, faster, and more secure. The blockchain technology ensures that no single entity has control over the system, giving power back to the people. Unlike the complicated and time-consuming process behind credit card transactions, Bitcoin transactions are completed almost instantly. Anonymity is also a feature of cryptocurrencies, providing privacy protection for both buyers and sellers. Join the movement towards a decentralized financial system and wave goodbye to excessive transaction fees and middleman interference. Rise of Bitcoin. Bitcoin, a digital cryptocurrency, has rapidly gained immense popularity over the past few years. It has become increasingly profitable, with millions of dollars being invested in Bitcoin mining annually. The processors used for mining have become millions of times faster than when Bitcoin was founded, causing a significant computational expansion within the industry. Bitcoin has also led to new developments such as MadeSafe and Zero Block. Consequently, investors are now pouring huge amounts of venture capital into Bitcoin-related companies. However, there is growing concern about the impact that continued growth may have on the environment, as it requires massive amounts of electricity. Despite this, Bitcoin communities continue to emerge worldwide, bringing together young Bitcoin entrepreneurs. Banking on Bitcoin. Over 2.5 billion people across the globe are unbanked and lack economic freedom, with cash disappearing along the way when received. Bitcoin can change that by providing people with smartphones the ability to send and receive money without relying on banks or other institutions, leading to more secure money transactions. Furthermore, Bitcoin can empower women, giving them the opportunity to earn incomes and buy essential items, such as laptops, over the internet. With phone companies investing in distributing smartphones in developing countries, Bitcoin has the potential to positively impact those without access to traditional banks. The controversial side of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's volatile pricing, vulnerability to hacking, decentralized structure and potential use in illegal activities make it a controversial digital currency. Bitcoin is a decentralized, digital currency with blockchain technology that enables peer-to-peer financial transactions without the need for intermediaries like banks. As much as this sounds revolutionary and disruptive, the currency has some downsides that have come to the forefront. The fact that Bitcoin is still struggling to become bulletproof makes it highly volatile. In 2014, Bitcoin's vulnerability was exposed when Unbanked, one of the largest Bitcoin exchanges, collapsed due to a bug in the software that permitted the creation of fake transactions and unwarranted payments. Although efforts were made to rectify the issue, it was too late. Bitcoin's decentralized network also makes it difficult to control. Unlike most currencies, there is no centralized authority to regulate the currency. Moreover, its decentralized structure makes it difficult for law enforcement agencies to investigate criminal activities linked to Bitcoin. Silk Road is a classic example of this. The anonymous online marketplace, which uses Bitcoin as currency, quickly became a hub for trading illegal substances. In summary, Bitcoin has its downsides. Even though it provides a way to carry out financial transactions without intermediaries, we cannot ignore the fact that it may be vulnerable to hacking. Bitcoin also poses a challenge to law enforcement agencies in investigating criminal activities, making it a controversial digital currency.
In conclusion, the age of cryptocurrency offers readers an enlightening look into the revolutionary world of Bitcoin and blockchain technology. We learn how Bitcoin establishes trust and value as a viable currency without the need for central banks, offering financial independence to millions around the world. From the transformative potential for economic growth in developing countries to challenges surrounding software security and criminal activity, Bitcoin represents a paradigm shift in how we view currency and global financial transactions. As you journey through this summary, be prepared to challenge your understanding of money and rethink the possibilities of a truly decentralized global economy.